You are working harder than you ever have, and somehow nothing is moving. You push more, you plan more, you stay later and wake up earlier. And still, the feeling stays the same. Stuck, frustrated, like you are rowing with everything you have, and the shore is not getting any closer. Here is what no one tells you. Sometimes the rowing is the problem. In the year 234, a military commander named Sima Yi faced one of the greatest generals in Chinese history. His enemy, Zhuge Liang, had arrived with 100,000 soldiers, determined to end the stalemate between their two kingdoms once and for all. Zhuge Liang was brilliant, relentless. He had devoted his entire life to this campaign. His men wanted to fight. His officers wanted to fight. Everything inside him demanded action. Sima Yi did not move. His own generals were furious. His soldiers called him a coward. Zhuge Liang, growing desperate, sent Sima Yi a gift: women's clothing. It was the greatest insult possible. A way of saying, "You are no warrior. You are afraid. Come out and fight." Sima Yi opened the package, looked at the gift, and smiled. He told his men the fabric was well made. He still did not move. And then something happened that no amount of force could have created. Zhuge Liang, exhausted from years of campaigning, from overseeing every detail himself, from pushing too hard for too long, collapsed. He died in his camp at the age of 53. His army withdrew. Sima Yi won a war that lasted over 100 days without fighting a single major battle. He did not win by doing more. He won by understanding something most people never learn. When the situation is moving in your direction, adding force does not help. It only exhausts you. The Daoist philosophers called this principle Wú Wéi. It appears throughout the Tao Te Ching, written by the sage Laozi more than 2,000 years ago. Laozi described it simply: the way never acts, yet nothing is left undone. Wú Wéi does not mean doing nothing. It means doing nothing that goes against the natural movement of things. It is not laziness. It is alignment. It is the difference between a sailor who fights the wind and one who reads it. Both are on the same ocean. Only one arrives. We live in a time that worships effort. We are told the person who pushes hardest wins. So when things do not move, we push harder. When work feels stuck, we add more tasks, more pressure, more urgency, and still things do not move. What if the resistance you feel is information? What if the situation is telling you something, and the pushing is making it impossible to hear? Classical Chinese strategists called this awareness of timing shi, the ripeness of a moment. Every situation has a point when conditions align and action flows with little effort. The person who forces action before that point wastes strength. The person who waits for it moves with the current, not against it. Sima Yi understood this. He could see that Zhuge Liang's supply lines were fragile, that overwork was wearing his enemy down from the inside. He did not need to attack. He only needed to wait until the situation completed itself. Think about a place in your own life where you have been pushing. Does the resistance ease when you add more pressure, or does it grow to match your effort? The Tao Te Ching uses water as its most repeated image. Water does not force its way through stone. It finds the path of least resistance. It flows around, under, through, and over time, it shapes the hardest surface without straining. You have seen what water does to mountains. You have never seen the water struggle. That is Wú Wéi. Strength that does not announce itself. Progress that does not exhaust you. Here is how to begin practicing this today. 1. Before you act on anything that feels stuck, pause for 2 minutes and ask yourself one question. Am I pushing because it is time to move, or because I'm afraid to wait? 2. Choose one thing you have been forcing this week. Let it rest for one day without touching it. Notice what clarity arrives in the silence. 3. Write down one area of your life where more effort has not produced more results. Consider that the answer may not be more action, but different timing. The great sage Laozi observed that the softest thing in the world overcomes the hardest. not through force, through patience, through alignment, through knowing when to move and when to be still. Sima Yi did not defeat Zhuge Liang by being stronger. He defeated him by being quieter, by trusting that the situation itself would do what no sword could. The most powerful move you can make today may not be a move at all. Write in the comments, I choose alignment over force. Thank you for watching.